everybody. Welcome back to Reality Water Cooler. I am Sarah in Texas. This is our safe, fun place. Is it that fun anymore? Oh my God. Yes, it is. We are all obsessed with reality TV gossip that is like bleeding over into our people. Jeff Lewis and Justin McDonald and Justin Martindale and Heather McDonald. Oh my goodness. But anyways, we will get into it all. Welcome. If you are new, get comfortable in comments. Tell us where you're from. Let us know what you think. Tell us your comments. Please press the like button. Please make a comment after my videos. I promise it helps with my engagement and I really appreciate it. I am everywhere on Jeff Lewis Obsessed, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook group, Facebook page, of course, Instagram, Threads. Is anyone even on Threads? Anyways, okay, but thank you for joining live. It is always way more fun than watching the replay, but shout out if you're on the replay crew for sure. Okay, let's get into, my hair is up for this one. I need everything out of my way. I need it to go. Plus, we are on our way to the Texas Hill Country for the long weekend. We always go to the Texas Hill Country for Labor Day weekend with a couple of other families. It's a years long tradition, so it's going to be so fun. Anyways, oh my goodness. What in the actual? Literally about 7 minutes ago, I'm finishing picking up my son early from school because, I checked them out, two of them out early, and somebody DMs me that Jeff and Heather have unfollowed each other. I'm like, oh my God, y'all have to understand, Jeff only follows 27 people. It is super easy. I don't go and check because it never dawned on me that they would have unfollowed. I thought, okay, Heather's probably going to hear about this. She apparently is on a quick vacation with Peter to see Kane Brown tonight in Lake Tahoe. Everyone's telling me how active she is in the Patreon message board. Y'all are sending me screenshots and everything. Shout out, Patrick. Oh my goodness. Shout out. I'm definitely going to talk about the coffee grinds later, but this whole Heather and Justin thing is woo. So shout out, Patrick. Anyways, and, I lost my train of thought. I started thinking about Patrick and Paul. He only follows 27 people. So I thought, she's going to hear about this. She's going to, chat with him. But I thought, I said this before. I don't feel like she should have addressed this at all. I feel like now it's getting into the he said, she said, and all of these nitty gritty details would have never been made public if they wouldn't have gone back and forth with each other. And I'm not blaming Heather at all. Let's be clear. On August 22nd, the first time that something was said publicly by either one of them was when Justin was on the News with John Hill show. And someone at the very end, I've made a story, so check down my social medias if you want to find that playlist of Heather McDonald. It is on there. Where someone asked him, hey, are you ever going to go live with her again? And he responded. Okay. So from that, she responded on her Patreon. Then he responded a couple of days ago on his Just Saying with Justin Martindale podcast. Now she responded again at 2 a.m. last night, which of course I stayed up for. Oh my God, y'all, I have no sleep. And then Jeff starts off the show almost with saying, hey, he didn't out call her a liar, but yes, he did. He basically said, look, when I hear of someone not telling the truth, I don't have the exact quote in front of me. When I hear of someone not telling the truth, I'm going to correct it. And Heather McDonald did call me and say, please don't have Justin Martindale on your show. He is a regular co-host of mine. Y'all, to me, this is very different than what she was portraying on her Patreon in the Patreon message boards. Hey, he was only on 33 out of 900 plus shows. He was really kind of a nobody on my show is the sense that I was getting. I felt like she was downplaying her professional relationship with him and the personal friendship with him. And that's where the hurt feelings come in for sure. And all of us fans who adore them both and just want them to work it out or move on. Like I said yesterday, everyone doesn't have to be friends with Heather McDonald is not in this live. Why are y'all saying that? No. Anyways, but so I just felt like she shouldn't have said anything about it and either said, hey, I'm going to pivot, which she does talk about it on the Patreon with pivoting with the format of the show and like what kinds of guests are going to be on, which seems like kind of a put down to the other guests that she's had on. I don't know. Tell me what you think. It's a mess. Do y'all think that Heather or Jeff called the other one after the show and they already talked and clearly it didn't go well? We know that if anything in the famous world, an unfollow is the biggest public FU ever. Like if you're not friends with someone, like I don't even think Jeff, when he had the outing with Krista for about, I think it was about 21 months, y'all. It was quite a while. I don't even think he unfollowed her then. Somebody remind me if y'all know that he did. I can't remember, to be honest with you. He doesn't even follow his own boyfriend. I mean, Mr. Paws himself, Chef Stuart O'Keefe. So the last time they were unfollowing and refollowing, Jeff just never refollowed him back in December. Jeff is not the biggest Instagram social media person, right? So to me, for him to unfollow her is a huge thing. I don't know who unfollowed who. Who did it first? I don't know. But thank you, Jeff Lewis Sluice, for letting me know that because I would have never known that. Billy says, my gosh, is she that stubborn that she can't apologize? Her liking the nasty comments was horrible. Yeah. Shout out, Storm. Oh my gosh. She blocked him. Wait, what? She blocked him, automatically unfollows. Oh, that makes way more sense. Okay, that makes way more sense to me that she blocked him and then that causes because that's happened to me before back in December. If you know, you know. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, why does it say I follow, whatever it was, 49 people? And I'm like, that's weird. And I'm like, I must have accidentally unfollowed them. No, it's because somebody blocked me. And then I was like, oh, here comes the public FU. So anyways, yes, y'all definitely know. Kayla, I think a lot of I don't know. I'm not on Reddit. I do hear that Reddit has a lot of like screenshots and things of different things. I'm not on it, to be honest with you. I just don't have one more time for another platform. And 1,000% of the negativity. Y'all know, if anything, I am a truth seeker. I may not agree with everyone, but I try my best, I really do, to find a reasonable response to it. I'll be honest, and y'all know, I saw Heather McDonald live last BravoCon. I've got a ticket for this BravoCon. I'm not the hugest juicy scooper. I'm clearly a Jeff Lewis Obsessed fan account. But I do feel like I don't love how she handled this or what I'm seeing of how she handled it. And I'm going to say that. So if I've said that in a not so nice way, I really don't feel like that I have. But I understand, as I always say, if you're a fan of someone or if you're not a fan of someone, you're going to interpret things differently, right? So some of the people that are super pro Heather are saying like, oh, that's Sarah from Texas. She hates Heather, da, da, da. No, absolutely not. I won't go into the details, but Heather can attest, okay, that we have communicated and I really do want what's best for her. Okay, so that's all I'm going to say about that out of respect for our private conversation. But I don't hate Heather McDonald at all. It takes a lot for me to hate someone. I don't give anyone take that energy away from me. You know what I mean? Somebody says, I'm a big believer of what goes around comes around. I just feel like I'm really, when so many huge, consistently strong, supportive Heather McDonald fans are realizing, hey, I don't like this, and this that she has said, and that she's changed, and I don't like this. I pay attention to that, right? It's almost like if somebody else is treating someone poorly, you don't need them to take their turn with you. You're going to pay attention to that in the back of your brain and go, ooh, I don't know how I like that that's going, right? Yeah, DS Shopper says, wish Jeff wouldn't have unfollowed her, but I don't know that he did. If she blocked him, which, no offense, I don't think he's into the blocky block situation. Although I do believe he has blocked Chef Stu before. I'm not sure, but I do believe that's happened, or he has Kian do it, right? But I would venture to say, that Heather probably blocked him if I were to guess. We don't know. Somebody blocked somebody, or they both unfollowed. We don't know. Kayla says, I'm on Patreon, but I don't follow their comments like that. There are a lot of comments, and Heather is all up in them, right? Yeah. So why would she only speak the truth on a paywall? Not cool. I mean, every content creator has their own decision-making process. I think a lot of times behind a paywall, content creators, podcasters, whatever it's called, digital creators, feel more comfortable doing that. They feel like they're talking to their close-knit friends. When this kind of situation happened many months ago, when somebody told me some very detailed information about a Patreon Zoom. Oh, shout out for the sticker. Thank you. And somebody told me something about Kelly Dodd and Rick's Patreon Zoom. Yeah. I mean, they consider, Kelly considers those Patreon people her friends. She has said that. Heather has a very close relationship. I think she has dinner with them. Now, I don't have that with Jeff Lewis. He's not that kind of celebrity, right? He doesn't even follow me. Shane doesn't follow me. Megan doesn't follow me. Almost all the other chumps do, and they're so nice to me. But Jeff is just not that kind of celebrity that's going to follow a fan account of his, right? So, Kimberly says, you noticed Heather changing about 6 months ago. And I'm in the Juicy Scoop Obsessed Facebook group. I'm also in another one that I love called Vintage Juicy Scoop. They kind of talk about more things. But also, Heather McDonald, as I've told y'all before, is the only admin of the Juicy Scoop Obsessed Facebook group. So she, or Peter, or her two sons, whoever is helping her, if anyone, with her social media, which all the platforms that she's on and all the tons of comments she must get all the time, especially during a big feud like this, she's really on top of it. So I don't know how I assume she's got someone helping her with that, but I don't know that at all. I haven't confirmed that. I can't confirm that, like Bethany Frankel confirmed to me that she has a team, and maybe the team blocked me on Instagram, TikTok, but now she has unblocked me. Yeah, Kayla said, I've had a lot of sympathy about Heather because she loves God. She's very Catholic, and she talks about people in her life which passed away. I want her to be a sweet person. This is what I'll say, Kayla, and I speak on behalf, sort of, on the huge Juicy Scoop fans that are messaging me and commenting and saying they are really sad that they're saying that they feel like Heather has changed a lot lately, right? Wow. Oh my goodness. Let's talk Lindsay and Carl. I don't really follow them. We chatted about them a little bit. Check out Daily Dose of Donna, though. She's already went live. I love her. She covered Lindsay and Carl. She cares a lot more about that, and I'm really going to chat about stuff that I'm interested in. Like the 90 Day Fiance dude that is apparently missing. Oh my God, that's so crazy. Of all people, it doesn't surprise me that he is missing and maybe in Brazil. No telling. He was shout out Donna. She's in here. Yeah, so you chatted about it, right? So I had to get off. I'm going to watch your show on YouTube, Daily Dose of Donna, on my way to the Texas Hill Country. So anyways, yeah, jumping on Asia's boat. I don't know what that means. The 90 Day Fiance dude? Oh my goodness. Anyways, Justin is in the chat. Wait, on YouTube or Instagram? Shout out, Justin. Justin, I hope you are getting, sorry, I just saw it. I hope you are getting all of the amazing support that I'm seeing and that is being shown to me about you on social media. I myself, on a much smaller scale, because my account is so much tinier, I have been involved in some public stuff with somebody in the past, and it is no fun when you feel like the true story isn't really told, or you're trying to save them from the story, so you don't really tell all the truth. I wish this would have been handled privately with you and Heather, and I'm assuming you wish it had been handled privately, but Now it just feels like it's just a snowball, right? A snowball. And that happens. But I think when any dispute happens, it's terrible between friends and professional people. But when it's public, it's just a whole different deal, right? So, some of the comments, some of the likes, some of the everything is just crazy. Oh, somebody said it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Wow, shout out Dr. Donna reference. I love that. Oh, somebody said maybe she said her story behind a paywall thinking Jeff wouldn't know what she said. So for anyone that thinks I DM Jeff, I really don't. I'm not his, I'm well aware that so many other people are in his ear with stuff and message him. I really stay out of it, and I'm too busy to let him know what all is going on. If he were to ever reach out to me and say, hey, did you hear about this? Do you know? Tell me. I would absolutely do it. But he gets told this stuff instantly. If I've got Jeff Lewis sleuths everywhere, he's got them times 1,000, right? I mean, for sure. Everyone is sending Justin their love and support to you over on Instagram. So I hope you're seeing that. Yeah. What do you think? I mean, do you think, so is Heather, for those of y'all that know Heather a little more, is she known? Because I'm being told that she's blocking a lot of people. She's removing people from her Patreon. She's deleting people out of the out of the Juicy Scoop Obsessed Facebook group. She's removing comments. I don't have that verified from her. I don't ask her those things. I'm not checking and going back and stuff. But is she someone that maybe has a history of blocking and then unblocking? Like, is this something that they can maybe work out? Or do you feel like when she's done with someone, she's done? Because we know that Jeff Lewis, he's almost never done with someone, right? But he's always going to take a stand and say his opinion. And I do feel like I'm surprised he said something today. But I'm almost glad, because he did say that people were messaging him and saying, hey, why did you lie? Why did you lie to Justin about this? And he was like, wait a minute. I'm not going to be called a liar. I'm not going to have this untruth out there. So my daughter just sneezed. Bless you. I'm glad that he addressed it. What do you think? Are you team Jeff? Are you team Heather? Are you team Justin? Are you sad that all these people are arguing? I mean, I'm glad it's not me, but I do wish it would have been handled differently. And like I said, I won't go into me and Heather's private conversation, but she will attest that I very much wanted this to be handled differently. And Donna Bowling says, I'm team Sarah. I'm team Donna. The womb was still open. He knew he would burn the house down with her and didn't care. I don't, and I don't feel that so I felt, without giving too many details, I felt, and let me know, did you listen to her Patreon, or have you only listened to recaps of it? Or is the exact audio already in Reddit? Like I've heard that happens. I listened to it. I felt she was very nervous, rightfully so. I felt it was very scripted, very written out. I'm told a lot of her Patreons seem like off the cuff, like she's just a girlfriend talking to you across the counter. And this one sounded very scripted, like somebody definitely wrote it out for her. I think she was very careful with her words, which is understandable, legally, professionally, personally, everything. And I just felt like it was different. I felt like it could have come off different. I was hoping for maybe not even an apology. I mean, I don't know, Justin, did you want an apology? Did you want something different out of what she said? Have you listened to the podcast? That's what I'm curious of. Has Justin said in comments, y'all? Has he listened to the actual podcast, or is he just getting the whatever? Team Jeff always. I cannot believe the reality drama with all the podcasters, better than Housewives. The only reason I did this was because rather than call me and have a discussion, she made money on a paywall. You did listen to it. Okay. So that's what I always say, Justin, right? Is everyone has their own interpretation of the same content. Just like even with this darn microphone, the amount of different comments I get, the microphone sounds terrible. It sounds great. It was good at the beginning. It was bad. I mean, like the same people listen to the exact same video from yesterday, and everyone's telling me something different Completely different about the microphone. So the microphone is not even hooked up today. I'm back to old school. I'm going to get my technology figured out eventually. Okay, let me see what this question is. By the way, if you don't, is it true she sold her podcast? Jeannie says, or maybe someone else said, I don't know. Oh, the entire transcript is on Reddit. So I don't know how that's on Reddit. I don't even know. Like I said, I'm not even on Reddit. I don't know that kind of stuff. Justin, did Jeff reach out to you? Everyone hit the like button for our girl. Thank you, FM. I really appreciate it. Lisa says, your Patreon feelings are mine too. And I really do. I mean, I'm super invested in this. My fan account name is Jeff Lewis Obsessed. I have a very strong personality. When I care about people, I go in deep. I mean, you F someone of mine over and I'm going in for you as if you did it for me. So when I tune into reality people, I do get very invested in them. I mean, I'm not going to apologize for that. I really care about it, but I'm well aware that we only hear these sides. Just like we can have things presented on social media, we can present ourselves in a certain light. We may never know what the truth is, right? Oh, Justin, when are you doing Jeff Lewis Live? Oh, Jeff reached out to you. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. By the way, all the comments that are live on YouTube should air on the replay. So if you go to Jeff Lewis Obsessed channel on YouTube, under live, there's a button that says live chat, and it should show you all the comments that were live. So I will be going back and reading what Justin is saying when I'm driving, or well, my husband will be driving. I'm rooting for Justin. He will surpass Heather McDonald. She was holding him back. I think that anytime people choose to collaborate with each other, I hope that both of them are gaining something out of it professionally and personally. So I would like to think that, can I open this door yet? I think I can. Okay. It's getting hot. I would like to think that they both got something out of him being on Juicy Scoop, but I just didn't love the way it sounded. And I know it's coming from a place of hurt from Heather, hurt people, blah, blah, blah. I didn't like the way it sounded like she was almost putting him down. Like he wasn't even on that much. He was kind of no big deal. But then with Jeff said he's a regular co-host of mine. And I think it would be awkward if he was on, because then our shows would become too similar, which Jeff absolutely agreed with. He said at the time, he said, oh yeah, that's right. Like if you started having Doug Buden on twice a week, I would be upset about that. So he definitely agreed with that, right? An occasional guest would have been great. I mean, don't we all remember whenever Jeff went to the bourbon room and he talked about meeting Justin Martindale, said how funny and nice he was. And he even said, I swear, something like, I hope to have him on one time. Patrick says, have a fashionably fabulous weekend. Patrick, I'm going to text you soon because I am going to be in LA September 30th through October 1st. And I might swing by the Beverly Hills store if y'all are there and have Paul do an Armenian coffee grounds reading for me. I don't know that I can stomach the coffee. Everyone that y'all keep doing it for says it tastes really strong, and I've never really done a reading like that or a psychic or anything, but oh my goodness. I mean, POLATTEU.com. You can order your reading. If you do it virtually, it's only $79, and they apparently mail you the coffee cup with it so that you get to keep that, and the coffee and how to make it. That way he can do your thing. Christina booked your reading. Oh my God, that's so exciting. I mean, Jeff told us about the reading that Paul did with him. He was very clear. These two people was definitely Brandy and Julie. And then he mentioned the third tornado. And remember at the time, I guessed Megan or Heather. But now over the last week, I've been saying, I don't know why, but I feel like it's Heather. Like I feel like he and Megan are fine, and I feel like it's Heather. Patrick says, Paul predicted who that third volcano was. Crazy. It makes me sad, obviously, because I feel like even if Jeff and Heather are upset with each other, I feel like a public blocking on Instagram is just so noticeable. Clearly, somebody looked into it and then DM'd me and told me that they had blocked or unfollowed. Now that somebody mentions the word block, that makes way more sense to me that Heather probably blocked him. I don't think Jeff would even think about doing that or give a rat's ass to do that. But I looked this morning because I was looking at his Instagram and I noticed there was like an email for Kian because I was getting the video off of it. And he followed 27 people. And now you're right. He only follows 26. And blocking is passive aggressive. And that's why I don't do it. It takes a lot for me to... Pretty much the only people I block on social media are like nasty men that DM me crazy, stupid shit. And I'm like, bye, bitch. I knew that Justin was a Texas boy. Shout out, Justin. We will totally have to chat more about Texas for sure. I don't even know if he's still on. I don't know how to see who's on. I don't know YouTube as much. I'm going to get better. Member, maybe there. Anyways, I'm going to get better with technology. So y'all, thank you for hanging in with me. What is going on with Brandy and Julie? So since I was up at 2 a.m. my time, listening to the Heather McDonald Patreon, and then I was up for another hour, couldn't go to sleep, made a story about it. I was like, oh my God. I started wondering what's going on with Brandy and Julie. Yeah. Fortune is on both shows as well. Why is that okay? I don't know. My thoughts are, and I wonder what the numbers are. You fanatic juicy scoopers, let me know, the ones that know all this information. In general, was Chris Frangiola and Sarah and Justin Martindale, were they like the top 3 co-hosts? Like how much was Fortune on with her? How much was Brandy and Julie on with her, like percentage wise? Does anyone know? Mainly Justin and Chris. That's what I thought. Do not mess with the chumps, Heather. But also do not mess with the juicy scoopers. They are a very strong... Jeff even said whenever Megan and Heather had the falling out, which is, I shouldn't say had, ongoing, I would say, the juicy scoopers definitely let him know, hey, we're going to cancel Sirius. I'm never going to listen to Jeff Lewis live again. It definitely became the chumps versus the juicy scooper. And it was rough because there's a lot of us that listen to both of the content. And like I said, I've got a ticket to go to her BravoCon show. I think she's entertaining. I wish she would have handled it differently. I think she would have came out better for it. I also think at 50-something years old, it is very hard to take criticism about your personality or your decisions that you make. But I think we have to be mature about it and responsible about it and pivot when we need to. When enough people are telling you, that they think you've changed, they don't love this, they used to love this, and they wish you would go back to whatever. They're telling you that exactly what they want from Heather. They're not wanting to cancel the Patreon. They're not wanting to unfollow her. They're not wanting to not go to her live shows. And it's not even about if she has this falling out with Justin. Those details would have kept between Justin and Heather, I felt like, if they would have just dealt with it, right? Yeah, the toxic scoopers. And it is not everyone. I do agree with Heather and I won't go into too many details, but what she said on the Patreon was that don't feed into to trolls because they do love that. I definitely have some people, if I whisper anything about them, they go and make 6 stories because they have no other fucking content to do on their own. Shout out. But anywho, so I do feel like some people have nothing going on in their life, and that is all they need is for someone to be fueling that. And that's sad. Pathetic. Ugh. But anyways, I do think when the criticisms and the accusations and the threats were so incredibly brutal towards Justin Martindale, I wish Heather would have said publicly, hey, stop this BS. Like, I'm not going to deal with that. At least if she would have said that, it would have been on the record and people would have noticed that. No content creator or podcaster, whatever you want to call her, is responsible for their fans' actions. I do believe they are responsible for if it gets crazy out of control and you know that they're seeing that content and that friend and professional colleague, Justin, asks you, hey, this is really bothering me. This is affecting me. Can you just ask them to like tone it down? And she said, no, just don't pay attention to it. Don't give them any light. I don't know. I didn't love it. Didn't love it. And I truly hope y'all don't think I'm being harsh about this. I am being opinionated. We all have an opinion about this stuff because we are truly invested in it. Love and Live said Heather could have said something. And I'm being told Heather herself deletes negative comments about herself or doesn't even allow the post in the Juicy Scoop Obsessed Facebook group. She's in control of that. She's the only admin. So if she doesn't want negative stuff said about her, why would she want negative, horrific, the F word said about her friend and colleague, Justin Martindale? She does delete comments. I'm proof, Storm says. Yeah. Oh my goodness. And I think, is Justin still on here? I mean, you've got to be friends and know of Chris Frangiola. How are you dealing with the fact, I mean, this video they put as like a TikTok, it was her at the front of the big long table. He was at the end of the table. And then it said something like, I invited all my friends to support my podcast. And it was just, it is a parody, obviously a joke. But it was basically saying Chris showed up and Heather was there. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I wonder how they feel about that. We can all get hurt feelings anytime there's a falling out and somebody else is mutual friends with them. There's always a little bit of twinge of hurt feelings. Because I think when you feel like you're right, which clearly Justin feels he's right. Clearly Heather feels he's right. Clearly Jeff felt he needed to say something and defend himself in that. But I do feel like something should have been said for sure, because I think I don't know, if I were Justin and I'm friends or professional colleagues with Chris Frangiola, I don't know, I would find it very interesting. You don't want I don't want anyone to cancel her Patreon. I never say any of that. I don't want people to unfollow her, none of that. But and I don't think Justin wants that for him, for Heather either. But there's got to be a little twinge of that, right? It's almost like the 3-girl fight, right? 2 girls are fighting and that third girl is like, oh shit, like whose side am I going to be on? And you write the note in 7th grade, do you like Brandy? Yes or no? And the other girl's like, oh my God. I wonder if mutual friend Krista is torn. I don't feel like she is, because she and Heather have unfollowed each other. Or, wait, oh my God, now the block of it all. Wait, okay, if Heather's blocking people, then maybe Krista didn't unfollow her. Or maybe Krista blocked her. I don't even know. Well, how do you know the truth? Oh, Justin isn't friends with Chris. They only know each other, if at all, through Heather. Okay. Maybe. Let us know. What do you think? Wait, what? You think Heather has unfollowed Kelly and Rick? Wait, what? Oh, I don't even know. This is juicier than Juicy Scoop. Just saying, hit the like button. Thank y'all so much. Please, thank you for following. Make sure you're subscribing to me. I'm on all social media under Jeff Lewis Obsessed. Make sure to like and comment on my videos. It really does help other chumpettes to find our community, where we love chatting every weekday at 12 o'clock Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, about all reality TV and Jeff Lewis Live. We haven't even... Did Heather McDonald unfollow Rick and Kelly? Holy cow. Okay, now I've got to get off and go check. Thank you to the Jeff Lewis sleuths that always send me the information on my Instagram. I love it. Thank you so much. She unfollows Kelly like every other day. Oh my God. The way I did not know that. You sleuths are amazing. Thank you. Okay, real quick, because we're going to wrap it up in about 10 minutes. I've got to get on the road to the Texas Hill Country. Jacqueline Hanson, Jeff's family law attorney, and Monica Casey were on today. What a great combo, especially since Monica Casey now does this podcast with Tom Arnold called Divorce Party. It was really interesting, especially since Jeff is 3 weeks on a bump, as Todd Lewis would say. Super happy with Stu, super happy with Milo, but I don't think he's into the marriage thing, which doesn't shock me at all. I think I think there's always, like, I think Patrick is the more romantic one in the pole relationship. Shout out Ann from Dames Who Dish. I adore you and Gina. And I feel like Stu is the more romantic one in him and Jeff's relationship, right? Like in my marriage, I'm definitely not the romantic one. I suck in that. Like, I'm so, my husband is great at it though. So I always think there's one or the other that's whatever. Wait, Heather unfollowed. Oh my God. Heather unfollowed Asia and Kelly last week because they were. So I don't play those games personally, but why can't they just hit that button that's like hide? Why do you have to unfollow? Like, to me, that's just such a public FU. I don't like that game. I don't know that it's true though. I'm only taking what y'all say because now we know the block game. What if Asia blocked her? Heather is following Kelly and Rick as of right now, somebody says. Michelle says, Milo is Stu's baby, period. Like Joey Zalzik says, right? Period. Wow, that's so immature. Unfollow, follow, unfollow. I mean, my beloved Chef Stu unfollows and follows Jeff all the time with their pauses. But, I think they've had some really big breakups where they did, and maybe really hurtful things where they really did think that it was over. Asia is the wife of a really rich guy who owns a bunch of car dealerships in LA, maybe. And that's the whole friendship thing with Megan and Heather and Kelly Dodd. So that was part of it. It's a long story, but that was part of the dispute with that. Yes, I do remember that, Yvette. That was crazy. Wealthy friends of Kelly. Yeah. And Megan. And Heather. At least she went on the boat that one time, she and Peter, right? Oh my gosh. Fletcher Jones owns Mercedes-Benz in Newport. Wow. We were on a pause. The updated friend slogan. Exactly. Shout out, Wendy. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure you hit what's your little cat badge about? Oh, this is from going to CatCon in Pasadena Convention Center last September. This is all a bunch of stuff except for this whatever. This is Paige Davis, who will be on tonight, the Chump Happy Hour with Krista and Amanda McCants. This is her Christmas card she mailed to me. Yes, she's hot. It's really funny. Y'all, do y'all know she has a double major from, oh shit, what's the college? It's not Pelican University. What's the private school university starts with a P and in LA area, I think. Anyways. Oh my God, y'all are so sweet. Thank you for giving me the stickers on YouTube and the badges on Instagram. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I don't know who the stinky person Jeff is talking about. Pepperdine. Yeah, she has a double major in Pepperdine. Like marketing. She said it during a commercial break with Pej. Marketing and theater. That's amazing. So for people that don't give my girl Paige any credit, she knows exactly what she's doing. Paige is smart, Krista says, and she's so hot and sexy and funny. Anyway, so check her out on the Chump Happy Hour tonight. 5 p.m. Pacific, channel 789. Also, get your Armenian Coffee Grinds reading virtually for $79, pola2.com. Today on the Jeff Lewis After Show, Paul and Patrick are on. Again, lots of chatter about the legal parts of when you're married with people. It was very interesting. Jeff was on it for a while. They were talking about, what do you call it when you, the thing when you get married, the legal, whatever that thing is called. Oh, Paul is becoming Scary Sherry. I have not heard Jeff talk about Scary Sherry in a long time. Fletcher Jones has been married a few times. Oh, I wonder if this Jacqueline has been his attorney, right? Oh my gosh. Prenup. Yes, a prenup. I'm an expert in divorce, trust me. Oh, I love that, Kaylin. Sounds like a chump to me. Oh my God, May Boo. I can see you on Jeff Lewis, the way things are going, Sarah. From your typing to Jeff Lewis's ears for sure. Jeff may need a Bravo monitor at happy hour. Krista might get naked, wasted, and spill it all. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I think Scary Sherry does do readings. I'm not really sure. They kind of talked about that a lot, and then they kind of died out on that, right? So maybe DM Shane. Maybe he'll have that information. They were going to try to set up a website or an email. I don't know that it ever happened. What else? The face tuning that Patrika's doing. I don't know. I think it's cute. I think they are forever young. I think they've got Peter Pan syndrome. I'm here for it. They're so in love. They're so romantic with each other. They do everything together. I've met them. Have I only met them once? Gosh, I feel like I know them so well. I adore them. And I've got their book on the way. And I'll post about that when I get that in the mail and give you a link to buy the book that's on Anna Nicole Smith, who they were really good friends with. Annette says, I'm not on Instagram. Well, you can follow me on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook group, Facebook page, Threads. Everything is under Jeff Lewis Obsessed. So make sure you're following me. Make sure you're subscribing. Make sure you share it with a friend. If you're in a Facebook group, tell everybody about Sarah in Texas. I would really, really appreciate it. I've been only following the Jeff Lewis universe for a few months, but I'm obsessed with their drama. It's very easy to get obsessed with Jeff Lewis drama. That's why y'all are my people. Y'all get all the inside jokes. It's amazing. Like, y'all know the history. You know who Paige Davis is. You know that he had an outing with Krista. You know that he's on and off with Chef Stu. You know who Gage is. You know who Monroe is. Like, I love it. I think Krista's behind the Heather and Justin, a wedge, Lisa says. I don't know. I mean, all I know is she's definitely still friends with Justin. Let's put it that way. I joined Instagram for Doug's cooking show. I love that, Jeannie. They're so good. It was so cute last night. Megan got on it for a little while. Who was that caller that was saying she was kind of crazy? I didn't think she said anything crazy. I don't think she was drunk. I think she had a glass of wine, but she showed her daughter Drew and Drew's friend. I don't know. I thought it was cute. He did like a tomato tart. It was really cute. And the replay of his cooking kibitz is always up on his Instagram. So check out Doug Budem. I don't know. Storm says, do you think Krista will talk about it tonight on Happy Hour? I would like to think she wouldn't. I could see a comment sliding in there here and there. But I think the Chump Happy Hour is meant to be lighthearted and fun. I don't know that she'll go into it there. I don't know. I don't remember her being mentioned at all. Like on the Patreon, technically, I don't feel like Heather said any names. She very much alluded to Jeff Lewis. And then, of course, we're very well aware that she was talking about Justin Martindale, but she never said his name. She said this person and this guest. Where can one watch Chump Happy Hour? You can't. They don't record it on video. It's only on audio on channel 789. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the Instagram badges. I truly appreciate it. I thank you for the support. Thank you for the YouTube stickers. I appreciate it so much. Krista will not. They'll be talking about partying. Woo woo. I mean, did y'all see the picture they put up of the three of them in their bathing suits? I mean, Jeff surrounds himself with hot ladies. I don't know. I wonder if every once in a while when he's banging it out with Stu, if he like has a hot girl in his brain, you know, like Sarah Foster. By the way, I don't know if she was talking about me or not. I watched the video yesterday, and on the after show, she still said something like, that fan of yours, she really hates me. She really says I'm boring. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I said the show was boring. I rewatched it. Somebody sent me the April 28th Instagram Live where I recapped when Sarah Foster was on for the first time. I mean, it wasn't your most interesting show, but I can have an opinion. I don't feel like I'm ever overly harsh or brutal or cruel. That's one thing you're not going to get from me is salacious, like lying and like clickbait bullshit. I don't do that. And I'm not going to be cruel for the sake of being cruel. I can definitely have opinions, But yeah, she really is thin-skinned though, because she was really not happy with me. At first I thought, oh, she's probably not talking about me. She might be talking about that other girl that does an audio podcast called Sass of Splash. Maybe Sass of Splash, Splashy Sass. But I don't know who she was talking about, but I don't know. What's your name? Sarah in Texas. Anyways, well, we are going to wrap it up. Have an amazing Labor Day weekend. I hope you're relaxing. I hope you're surrounded with family and friends. I hope you're doing something fun. I hope you're lounging and binging shows if you want, having a lot of alone time with you and your dogs and cats. Whatever makes you happy, I hope that's what you're doing. Make sure you're following me on Instagram, Jeff Lewis Obsessed. That's usually where I'm going to post just daily stuff on my Instagram stories. A lot of my stories, videos are always going to be on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok for sure. So everything is under Jeff Lewis Obsessed. And always, please make sure to take 2 seconds and hit the like button and make a comment. It really helps with my algorithm and having other chumpettes find our amazing community. Don't keep us a secret. We are so lucky to have each other to chat reality TV and Jeff Lewis Live. So don't keep that a secret. Tell everyone you know. Anyways, bye chumpettes. Bye Justin if you're still on. And bye Patrick if you're still on too.